Hi, I'm Jen Liddy, and my job is to help creative women get their ideas out of their head and into the world. And you're probably here because you are feeling a little stuck. You might have an idea that's been living in your head for a long time, and you just don't know how to bring it to life. Today, I'm going to show you 3 concrete tools that you can use to bring your idea to life, get them out of your head, and take the very next step. I want you to know that most of my clients come to me saying things like, my idea has been in my head for 8 years or 9 years, and I just didn't know how to make it real. They say that I need to take another course, or they need to read another book, or listen to more podcasts before they can make it real, or they need a new degree or a new certification. And I want you to know that none of that is necessarily true. And today you will leave this video with 3 ways that you can bring that idea to life. Because here's the number one thing I want you to know. All you have to know is what your very next step is. You don't have to see the entire path. Like, how could you? Think of all the things you've done in the past that you never did before. You didn't know how any of those would turn out, but you just took the first step. So today, come in with a beginner mindset. Treat yourself as you would a small child, and be kind to yourself who doesn't know what she's doing yet, but she's going to know today how to take the very next step. So the first thing I want you to do, grab a pen and a piece of paper. And I know that you're saying, yeah, I'll do it later. I'm going to do this all in my head right now. I want you to know you've been keeping everything in your head for a long time, and it feels pretty stewy and soupy up there. And so what we're going to start doing is getting stuff out of your head so that you can start to see things come to life. So go grab a pen and a paper. I'll wait, press pause, and come back when you're done. Okay. So you got your pen and paper, and I'm really glad you're here, because the first thing that you're going to do is make a list of all the ways that your life will be better when your idea is birthed, not if your idea is birthed. I want you to really sit and think about when your idea came to life. I want you to think about what it looks like, maybe from your future self, like you've already created this idea. What are all the ways that your life is better because this thing has been brought to life? I want you to go crazy. I don't want you to judge anything. I don't want those little nasty voices in your head to come in. This is the first step to believing that you can have a better life. This is a vital step. You have to be compelled to make this thing happen. And in order to make it compelled, this is your first how. Sit down with a piece of paper and write down all the ways that your life will be better when you brought this to life. Maybe it's that you're going to make more money. Maybe it's that you're able to leave the relationship you're in. Maybe it will make your relationships better. Maybe you'll be able to leave your job. Maybe the world will be better because you brought this thing to life. Maybe your life will be better simply because the idea is out of your head and into the real world. So press pause here. Please press pause and go crazy. Write down all the ways that this will make your life better. In a nutshell, why do you want to create this thing? When you're done writing all of them down without judgment, press play again and come back, because I have 2 more things that I want you to do today to bring you closer to your hows. Welcome back to how to bring your idea to life. Remember, you don't have to know all of the ways that you are going to, all the steps you're going to take to bring this idea to life. You just have to know the next step. And so once you've gotten the why out of your head, why you want to create this, I want you to write a description of the person that bringing your idea to life will really help. Who exactly will your idea help? I want you to know that most creative women get stuck here. They get lost here and they stop because they're not really sure. Why? Because they think they could help everybody. And I know that you can probably help everybody. I know the thing you want to bring to life will help everybody, but let's narrow it down. You have to narrow it down to exactly who you're helping. There's a rule about this in the business world, and I'm going to share it with you. If you think you're helping everybody, you're actually helping nobody. You have to get really narrow on who you're helping, because it helps you see this person. Who are you talking to? Why are you creating it? I want you to see him or her as you're starting to create it. So if you think you're going to help everybody, then you're probably going to benefit nobody. And I want you to just sit for a few minutes and write down this person. Who exactly will your idea help when it's real? And what you might start to notice is that this person really resembles you. And that's very, very typical. So go ahead, press pause and write down the second how, which is who will your idea help? Come on back when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So this third how is to draw your idea. Now, creative women find this very, very powerful. They can see their whole idea in their head. Actually, when I talk to my clients before they become my clients, they can tell me everything about their idea, who's going to be involved and what it's going to look like and how it will feel. But they keep it in their heads, and it's the keeping it in our heads that makes us so stuck. So what I want you to do is on that piece of paper, maybe you go to a fresh piece of paper, I want you to draw your idea. I want you to list everything out. I want you to create an overview of what this thing looks like. What does it feel like? What will it be when it's brought to life? And this could include, what's the service? What does the space look like? Can you imagine the decor if you are somebody who's bringing a space to life? What will the user experience be like for the people who engage with your idea? Get it all down on paper so that you can see it and it becomes more real, because when you see it and you get it out of your head, it becomes more real. So my guess is you're going to have a lot more detail than you could even imagine. Let it out of your brain and show yourself how much you already know about this thing that you want to bring to life. If this is enough for you today, press pause. But if you're ready for one more bonus, I have one bonus thing that I want you to do. So if you're ready to move on, stay with me. Is it possible that you're telling yourself some of these thoughts? I'm not ambitious. I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't know anything about business. You might be saying to yourself, will anybody want this? This is absurd. This is ridiculous. How can I do this? You might be asking yourself, how do I know if this idea is worth doing? How do I know if people want it? How do I make it come to life? You probably have some really self-judgmental doubts like, I can't do this. What do I know? Is this just stupid? Is this just a fantasy? And maybe you worry. Like, should I risk doing this? Should I risk my time? Should I risk investing time and energy in this? And I want you to know that the worst thought that you could have is, I've had a lot of crazy ideas in the past and none of them have ever come to life, because that one is the most damaging. And if you're having any of those thoughts, I want you to know how damaging those thoughts are. Those thoughts cause most creative women to stay stuck. And if you've been stuck and your idea has been living in your head for a very long time, it's time to make it real, because your life will be so much freer when it's out of your head and into the world. And maybe it's making you money, or maybe it's serving a purpose, but it's out of your head. And so I want to practice these thoughts. I want you to practice these thoughts. Every time those negative thoughts come up, I want you to think something like this. If my idea will help me, it will help other people. I don't have to know all the steps right now. I don't have to take all of the steps today. I just have to do the very next thing that I know how to do. There is no risk in taking just the next step. Who I used to be does not define who I can become. That one was the most powerful for me. Who I used to be does not define who I can become. That's the one that got me up and out and working and making my own business. I can have the life I want. My past does not define my future, and it's possible that I can make my dream come true. If any of those resonate with you, steal one of them and use it to help propel you forward when those nasty, negative inner chatter thoughts come in. I want you to know this is the hardest step, this last step. This how is the hardest, but this how is the one that's going to get you going. If you are finding any of this really challenging, or you'd like to explore further how you can get your idea to be brought to life, maybe you need somebody to come along the journey with you, give me a call. Reach out to me, set up a discovery chat with me. It doesn't require anything of you except probably about 15 to 30 minutes of your time. I have a program that is designed literally for women like you. It's an online coaching program. It's very affordable. I made it affordable because I know that creative women have a really hard time believing that they can bring this thing to life. But I know that you can have it. So reach out for a discovery call or go to the link that's below where you'll learn about the program called the Idea Space, or you can go to my website and learn more there. I'm at jenliddy.com. That's one N, Jen, Jen, Liddy.com. And I would love to hear from you. Please post comments below. I want to hear how long has your idea been sticking with you? What is your inner chatter that you hear about this? I'd love to hear what it is, because I know that you're feeling exactly the way many of my clients have felt in the past, but I know that you can do this and it's not as hard as you think. I promise. So that takes care of your myth of how. I don't know how. Yes, you do. You just have to take one of these 4 steps I offered for you today. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.